I've audited over 100 TikTok shop affiliates, and here's what the 1% had in common. And I don't want to have too long of an introduction. I just want to get into it just for some credibility. My name's Tay Washington, and I've done over 6 figures in profit with TikTok shop, and I'll pop up some proof on screen just so you guys know I'm not just blatantly capping and yapping out of my ass like a lot of people in the TikTok shop affiliate space do. And this video is going to be helpful for anybody doing $0 all the way to 10K a month, right? This is just how to scale to those bigger numbers, right? Those 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month consistently, right? Really anybody can make 10K a month in just 1 month and just get lucky, right? But it does take a certain type of person and strategy to do it month after month after month after month. And that's what all the top 1% affiliates are doing. So like I said, I'll be able to break that strategy down in this video today, and let's get into it. And first things first, that all the top 1% affiliates are doing is they're getting good viral video inspiration, right? They're following all of the best creators. If you go on any of the top creators accounts, they're following a ton of other TikTok shop creators, and they're only following killers, right? They're following people from different niches that are promoting different products. So they themselves can always have different products coming in. They always have the viral video inspiration for the products that they have, and then they're able to build off what has already worked for the people that they're following and then make the videos better for themselves. And that is how they're printing money, right? I'm telling you, go look at every TikTok shop affiliate creator. Most, like 95% of them are all following other killer affiliates. So they're always studying, they're always tapped into the space and what's going viral, and they always know what is working best, and they never run out of viral video ideas because they're following the right accounts in different niches, in different trends, and that's how they're able to just print money and always have viral video ideas to refer back to. And they're always studying, right? They're always studying not only just what's working broad in the space, but they're always trying to get better, right? If you're looking at other creators all day, you're following the best creators, you're seeing their videos on your For You page, on your following list on TikTok, right? You're gonna naturally just get better and better and better because all you see is just winner TikTok shop affiliates. So that first thing is super, super important, and it's something that's overlooked. That it's not just like easy, right? Not anybody can just like find the viral video inspiration. It's really not that easy, and that's like honestly what I probably spend 80% of my time on as a TikTok shop affiliate is literally just finding the right viral video inspiration, right? And to get into the second thing, it is testing products, right? If you go and look at a lot of creators' pages, they're not just posting a product 1 time or 2 times and just throwing shit at the wall nonstop, relentlessly, right? They have their winners that they're actively doubling down on, and we'll talk about that later. But they're also testing, right? They all have a bit of a testing strategy, and they're feeling out the different products that they're either getting samples for or they're buying and that they're getting in. They have a strategy for testing them, right? Most people, most TikTok shop affiliates that are really crushing, they're testing products for at the very minimum 5 videos, right? Unless they just realize like it was a shit product. That kind of happens to everybody. You request a sample and you're like, damn, this product was ass. I don't even know why I got this shit. That happens to everyone. But for the most part, at least 5 videos they're testing a product. Most of them, it's 10, 15, 20 videos that they're testing. It does depend how many videos they're posting per day as a creator. But they're testing products for multiple different videos, and the ones that are working, they're pursuing, and the ones that are not, they're dropping it like that, right? And they're moving on because they want to make money as fast as humanly possible. And you're not gonna make money testing a product for 30 videos or just testing each product on the TikTok shop once, right? That's not gonna do you any good. So like I said, 10 to 20 videos per product is the average product test that I see for a lot of the top affiliates. And another quick thing that I do notice is I'm noticing a lot of the top affiliates these days, including myself, are posting at least 6 videos per day, right? A lot of them 8, 10, sometimes 12, and they do have multiple accounts, right? I've gone over that in another video on how to actually scale up to the point to where you're making $20,000, $30,000 a month. I kind of went over more strategy stuff and like posting strategies, but you'll notice that a lot of people, I rarely see a lot of top creators only posting once, twice a day unless they're doing conspiracy style. That's mainly the only exception, is if they're doing conspiracy style or super, super long, in-depth, authority-backed storytelling. Other than that, the people that are just doing, you know, the 25 to 40-second videos, they're posting at least 8 times a day, typically across multiple accounts. And then the next thing you really need to dial in if you want to get to those 1% of TikTok shop affiliates is you really need to dial in your structure of your videos, right? So you need to have hook, generate curiosity, have the benefits, the call to action, right? It's super simple, but it can get messed up a lot, right? If everybody could just dial it in like that, then everybody would be rich, right? There would be no skill gap with TikTok shop. Everybody would just be printing, right? So structure is super, super important. And this is why if you're a beginner watching this video, I recommend that you just blatantly copy 1-to-1, maybe get a little creative. You just copy what's already going viral because that stuff is proven, right? It's super hard to dial in the structure of a TikTok shop video if it's just coming from the dome, right? So that's why I recommend either building off of another video that's already gone viral or just completely copying, right? But what you really want to do if you're trying to build a good video from scratch is you need to have a hook, right? You need to stand out. People are doom scrolling. They're watching, you know, presidential campaigns, all this dumb shit, right? That's just filling their brain with dopamine. So you saying, if you guys don't drink enough water, use this water bottle that tells you how much money, right? Ain't nobody give a fuck, right? Ain't nobody trying to watch that shit. Ain't nobody trying to watch that boring shit. And it goes for the same in my videos too, right? It's just the blunt truth. Nobody gives a shit, right? So you either need to directly call out their problem and sound educated when you're doing it, right? I see so many people like, if you guys are, I know you have, bro, talk to the camera call them motherfuckers out. Oh, I did not mean to tap the mic like that. But call them motherfuckers out, right? Be super direct. You don't want to just be direct and sound educated, especially if you're promoting a supplement. You need to sound like you actually know what you're talking about. So that's super important with the hook, right? Or another hook that's doing really well right now is people like, I'll just use food as an example. They'll like get all up in the camera and they'll like take a big bite of some food or some shit, and then they'll get into explaining the product, right? It's because it catches people off guard. It's satisfying and something like that. So you could do something like that, or you could just be super direct with your hooks. At the end of the day, you need to stand out with your hooks, right? I'm not gonna talk about hooks for hours because it is the most important part of the TikTok shop structure. And then the next thing you need to get into is generating some sort of curiosity, right? And I'll pop up a little example on screen and I'll let it play for a second.
Do not be taking Shilajit at any age, bro.
Fellas, whatever you're thinking, yes. Shilajit, CMOS, and ashwagandha combined in one.
That right there is a super good example of generating curiosity, right? I'm not watching the clip, so I forgot what I exactly said, but that second clip, I was like, fellas, you know what I'm talking about, right? That I always use that as an example because that's such a good example of generating curiosity, right? Generating curiosity is super important. You need to give people, you need to give them something to wait for, right? You want all the best stuff at the beginning, but you also need to make sure you're giving them a reason to continue watching, so then you can actually get to the part where you're selling them on the benefits and how the product is going to benefit their life, right? Nobody cares that this water bottle is fucking plastic, right? If you're trying to promote a metal water bottle, nobody cares that the water bottle is metal. Nobody gives a fuck, right? They care that they're not drinking microplastics, right? So you need to actually sell the benefits, and then you back those benefits with features, right? And sometimes that's not even necessary. Sometimes you can just sell them on the lifestyle. It depends on the product. But you can really just sell them on the benefits. How is the product going to benefit their life? And then a smooth, simple call to action. There's no reason to have a 15, 20-second call to action. Rarely ever, right? Unless it's a super long storytelling or a conspiracy video. You don't need that long of a call to action. More than likely, just keep it quick, and so you can have good retention and good watch all the way through percentage, right? Because that's what's going to get your video pushed out even more. And by the way, everything that I'm talking about in this video, from video structure to all the strategies, I'm helping my one-on-one students implement to their accounts and their products every single day. So if you guys are interested with working with me one-on-one and you want to scale with TikTok Shop to whether that's, $5, 10, 15, even $20,000 per month, I'll leave the first link right down below in the description, so you can just read more about my program. No pressure at all. But if you guys want to check it out, like I said, I'm helping all of my one-on-one students implement this stuff every single day. So you guys can click that first link in the description if you're interested and just want to learn more about it. And then another thing that I noticed with a lot of affiliates is a lot of them are incorporating skits for their products, right? And I understand that this is something that not everybody's going to be able to do. Me personally, I'm not big with skits, right? I've never really posted a skit. I'll do some one-on-one skits sometimes, which have actually done pretty decent for the amount that I've posted them. But I don't do skits, but I know a lot of the top 1% affiliates, if you look at their accounts, they're incorporating skits in some way or another, right? And a lot of them do really well with females, right? Girls, they crush with TikTok Shop. They're just more credible, yada, yada, yada. So if you have a girlfriend, a mom, a sister, whatever that you can do TikTok Shop videos with, I 100% recommend doing that. But even if you don't, you just got a bro or whatever, you're trying to pay them some money. A lot of people, they incorporate skits and just test, when you get a product in, just test a skit or two with it and see how it does. Because like I said, this is something that I noticed a lot of the top 1% affiliates are actually incorporating is skits. And the next thing I want to go over is doubling down on winners, right? This is probably the most, one of the most important things. I know I said that about a lot of stuff, but this is super important. Once you actually get going viral and you have the basics down with TikTok Shop, right? You're making a couple $100s, couple $1,000s per month. This is hands down the most important part of TikTok Shop, and it's doubling down on your winners and how to do that, right? Knowing which videos to recreate, knowing what videos for you are doing good and how to make them even better. Because what you want to do, right, is you want to have a video, it goes viral, right? And then you want to build on it, make it a little bit better. Now this video has viral potential. Then you want to post another one, make it a little bit better. Post another one, post another one, post another one. So then all of these videos right here, they all have viral potential. They've gone viral, it's gone viral before, and you've only made it better, right? So they all have viral potential. And then once you're at the end of it and you're building and building and building, up here at the top, you have like the most optimized video for that specific video concept, right? So that's what a lot of people are doing. They're milking their winners, right? They're not getting a 5 million view video and just like, they're posting that shit, they're doubling down because that's what's printing them money, I'm telling you. So double down on your winners. When you do dial in the rest of the stuff and you actually start to go viral a little bit, make sure you're doubling down. Even if you're getting 200 views on every single video and you get a video with 10K, 20K, you need to pay attention to that video and break down and analyze what about that video was actually good that led it to get to those views, right? It's almost always obvious what you did differently, and normally it is the hook. Little hint, it's normally the hook. But or if a video has really good conversions, right, you need to see how you broke that product down. What was the structure? What was the overall concept of the video? Why did that video convert well, right? So you need to understand these things, so then you know what to double down on and what to improve to then get that viral video. And once you go viral once, you can go viral 3, 5, 10, 20 times, right? On my Shop Deals by Tay account, I'll do a little pop-up on screen. You guys probably, a lot of you guys probably know me from there. I've been promoting the same product. I've been making 10K per month with the same product, that's just one product, just one account, by the way. 10K a month from that one product for, I think it's been like 7 months, just because I know how to double down. I know how to improve on the videos. I know how to look at my comments and make video replies and use those comments as hooks, right? It's an overall strategy that you guys really need to dial in. Once you have a winner, double down on it. If I go on an account, if I go on one more account from like a beginner affiliate and it went viral and it didn't double down on shit, I'm gonna lose my shit. That's what all the 1% affiliates are doing. They're doubling down on their winners so hard, and that is how you get to those consistent months, right? That's how you get to the consistently big months. It's not easy to come up with a completely brand new viral video structure or concept or product every single week, right? Or every other day or some shit like that, right? That's why a lot of the creators, they're falling back on what's working for them, and then they're building on it so they can just keep going viral. And like I said, y'all, that's what all the top 1% affiliates have in common, y'all, from a strategy perspective to also like just posting structure, how many times they're posting and what they're actually doing with their posts. Overall, all of this is exactly what the top 1% affiliates are doing, and it's what you need to do too if you want to get to the top 1%, right? If you want to be making, 15, 20, 30K a month consistently with TikTok Shop, these are the things that you need to be focused on and implementing. So like this video, y'all, save it. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Comment any video ideas that you guys want me to make in the future. I'm starting to run out of ideas a little bit. So let me know if you guys just want any videos, anything you guys need help with. I'll make a quick YouTube video. You guys know I fuck with this YouTube channel because it's just chill, laid back, just straight sauce, right? It's straight, it's so educational. I don't do no crazy editing or nothing like that. And like I mentioned before, you guys, if you guys do want to work with me one-on-one or just read a little bit more about my one-on-one mentorship, I'll leave the first link down below in the description, you guys. I do have a money back guarantee because I'm so confident in my strategies and what works that I'll work with you for free until you make your money back. So let me know if you guys have any questions, y'all. Like I said, click that link down below in the description if you guys are interested with working with me one-on-one. I appreciate you guys tapping into the video. I hope that this was super helpful. I think there was a lot of sauce dropped, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.